What's the puppy's name?
Twix.
What is it?
Twix.
Twix? Like Twix are for kids?
Like Twix are for kids.
Whoa, okay.
And she wants to snuggle with everybody.
All right, I'm gonna just switch her off.
Sure.
Let's,
My tail is up, I can go back. When I turn, she turns. It's got to be like this. Relaxed, she's on my left. I slow down, she sees a bus. She stops.
okay, today's Tuesday, February 16th. This is our little friend Twix, who's here for our 12-day boot camp. So here's what we learned as dogs settle in here. We know that Twix, she's a little hyper-neurotic behavior. So she's scattered, meaning she gets distracted very quickly, and then she loses focus of what she needs to focus on, which generally pack animals have to focus on the pack leaders to some degree, not completely staring, but part of their brain has to be there. So the first thing we do, we put a leash and collar on, a nylon collar. This is the only collar we recommend. If you go back to a harness or a flat collar, you're going to be regressive. The only time we praise a dog is when his 4 feet are on the ground and we love. The first lessons we teach is never to put tension on this leash. And then as we move along, we start incorporating behaviors. Teach the dog to sit, teach the dog to stay. But the most important behavior for right now, Tuesday, which is 3 days into it, and she is a little difficult. The weather hasn't cooperated, so we haven't gotten out as much as we can. When she pulls, we correct. The only place in our world a dog gets a morsel of food is in a place. We designate a place. In this case, it's this bed. And then in theory, we should be able to take that bed and put it somewhere into a crate. But here's the love. And she can't have, this dog can't have like crazy kind of love. It almost has to be soothing, kind of gentle love, because she gets excited and aroused, so to speak, so fast. So it's real love. And the leash is always on, whether we're holding it or not. You don't have to be walking around the house with it. Okay, girl. But we need a mechanism to step on it. So then, with that said, the behaviors we want to start to introduce is this concept of going to place. So, we designate the spot, so it's relaxed. I'm going to say her name, Trix, go place. And she's got to learn this. Good. The only time she gets the only time she gets a morsel of food, remember, is on her place. And then we start moving away. We start moving our energy. I'm not staring at her. I'm doing things. I'm knocking on the door. I open. She gets up. We teach her this. It's got to be physical. Notice there's not a lot of talking. It's physical. So dogs learn from movement. They orient towards movement. It could be the movement of a door opening. I pick up. I take her back firmly. A little correction. It's more physical than it is talking, staring. So what makes sense to the human brain doesn't always make sense to the animal brain. This is the beginning, and then the dogs can't get up until they're released. So she's not understanding, and I don't care if she sits, stays, lays, stands on her head. She has to be on that place. It's just an easy thing for her autistic brain to understand. I don't have to say, go lay on the steps, go lay in front of the steps, go lay in the corner. She just has to seek out her bed or place, and then she relaxes. Then the circus should be able to go through town. But it's not easy. It has to be taught, number one. We teach, then we enforce. And it has to be consistent. I release her from her place just by saying, okay girl, and I get love. Okay is the release, I love, and that's it. It doesn't matter the noise. So first day, thou shalt not put tension on this leash. There's a lot of love, but not on furniture. In a neutral place. So this is a bit, trust me, this lobby is busier than most people's houses. I got people coming and going, so I got to teach her, balance her energy. And so she was a little scattered, and so again, she was up here, we were down here. We got to get her brain back in. It's done with love. This is positive reinforcement, and the food simply comes like this. Oh, I stand up, I say, go place. And as this, our food comes here. And think about it. If we get this done, then we take this bed, we put the bed in the back of a truck, the back of on a field. In theory, not in 12 days, but extend this out. If you're consistent and you're like this, notice I'm looking at you, but I see the dog. It's good for today, Tuesday. Mike Gould here, Mayor of Houndstown, USA, home to the happiest and smartest and gifted dogs on earth. I'm here today on Thursday. We're finishing up some training sessions. Everybody's in a different place. Twix here is in its early stages of training, about a quarter of the way through, maybe a third. This is some reinforcement training. Shish kebab's going home in 3 days. Reinforcement training for my friend Jules, and the little puppy graduates tomorrow. The puppy's not. And the interesting thing is I have not every breed, but different breeds. I got a little pit bull puppy, German Shepherd, Old English Lab, and a hyena. No, it's not. No. This is a beautiful little dog. Twix, she's a little bit on the fearful side. So so if you notice all the different stages of training, she's the newest, so she's the most unsettled. We move our little rat around, and she's afraid of it, so I have to teach her not to be afraid. That could be a vacuum cleaner, that could be a squirrel. Now, obviously, these are spatial issues. If we drive up onto the dog's nose, it's going to get up. But we're learning, teaching the dogs not to chase a squirrel. This is so again, in deference to Dr. Temple Grandin, dogs see things differently. We need to be in the dog's brain. Meaning we have to teach first, reinforce, but understand what they're seeing. We're actually initiating their prey drive, right? They're predators. Dogs are predators. So they see fast movement. Do it a little faster. A little fast movement. They don't know that this is our man-made squirrel. And then if I yell, that's good, thank you. If I yell, hey, guys! That is realistic, so a dog shouldn't be afraid of that noise. But we have to teach them. This didn't just happen overnight. When I just yelled, you'll see that the dogs won't even flinch. My friend Blue hears me yelling. The only thing I yell at is never dogs, I yell at humans. Watch when I yell, and you watch my friend Blue. Ha ha! Hey guys! Who wants to go to Disney World? This is wonderful balance. Dogs adapting to the human world. Why? How do we accomplish this? By using their natural drives, giving them leadership and structure. Leadership and structure. It's a process. It doesn't happen in a day. We teach the dogs to go to a place, put their feet or butt or whatever. We didn't ask them to, they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do tricks. The only place they get food, only place, is when they go to their designated spot. That could be inside, outside. So just pan over one more time. I'll put my friend back. And you see everybody's good. And then we're going to forward this to my friend, Dr. Temple Grandin in Colorado, and let her know that because of her good work, we are able to do this. And we don't use pinch collars, we don't use electric collars, we don't even talk to dogs. We make simple noises. And if I want them to play together, I'm going to give this a whirl. All I have to do is I'm going to change my body position. Can you get in that corner, maybe get everybody or not really? I'm going to try this, right? This is an experiment. We're in high school now. I'm going to get low, snap my fingers, and watch what energy happens. Okay, good doggies. Good doggies. Okay, okay, okay. All right, was it perfect? Jules doesn't want to get up. He must be stuck to the bed. But that's how we do this. It's balancing energy. I'm not screaming and yelling. It wouldn't work. I love good physical love for the behavior we're looking for. Food only when they go on their place. All right, here's our friend Twix. Having a blast. Does she like our chase a ball, do you think? Notice, leash and collar on all times. Doesn't matter if she's running around. We supervise. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. Good girl. Good, baby. Hey, yeah, Twixie. She's into a little something. I correct her. So, quick. She's off and running. So this is the free time. We call this free time. It's a psychological place where she can run around and do things
but they have to be what we allow. She can't jump over fences. She has to do what we want. She can't eat other things unless we want her to. We wanted to allow her to dig, she can dig. She's a dog, so I don't really care if she digs in my field, as long as she stops when I tell her. So this is free time. So in 10 minutes, she can run around like this, pee and poop, and her needs are met. The leash is always on. So I always in control. Good. This is important. Then we're going to cut it. So the fact that the leash is on, I don't have to chase her around and play, tag with the dog. So you can see already, in 5 minutes, she's starting to slow down a little naturally. Now she's going to sniff. That's how dogs examine their world, with their nose. She's going to smell the squirrel that might have came down that vine last night. She's going to smell the odor of the other dogs, and she's going to process this. So now her nose is down. She can sniff this field every inch for all I care. But when the pack is in movement from point A to point B, she has to be in her assigned place in the pack, which is on my left-hand side, which we're going to cut and I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, continuing our training of Twix, what you have to see is low energy. And there's a lot going on here. Maybe not as much as New York City, but there's cars, there's buses, there's air brakes. The trick with Twix is she makes assessments of things and she reverts either into fear very quickly. So you just have to understand her. So all dogs are afraid of certain things, but sometimes it's subtle. It's not as she shuts down. So you got to be aware of that. I praise good behavior. It doesn't have to be a big party. I don't give her food for this. I step out with my left, and she walks with me nicely. She can't sniff now. Her tail is up. I can go fast. When I turn, she turns. It's got to be like this. Relaxed. She's on my left. I slow down. She sees a bus. She stops. I step out with my right. It's energy. Energy. I step out with my right. Energy. Here comes a car. I see it because I'm the leader. I have to protect her from the car. She doesn't get up. If I want to move, when the pack moves, what do? Notice the dog is keying in on my legs. She's down here. She's not up here. She shouldn't be up here. That's why dogs jump, to get up here. I step out my left. She walks. And this is not a sterile world. Buses are particularly a problem because of their air brakes and the noises they make. Later on, in our second half of our video, we're going to go up to the train station. So we've been doing really well. Leash is on. Dog can't sniff. Pack is moving. If I want to put her on psychological free time, I pick the spot. She knows to sit. I release her psychologically, not physically. Okay, good girl. Now she can sniff all she wants. She can pee, she can poop. This is a big conflict for humans. So there's never tension on the leash. Watch. Right now she has 6 feet. If she's in high school, I'll put a 20-foot leash. And in college, she'll be off a leash. But this is how we move to that. I don't take the leash off, she'd be gone. So it's a big good girl, and I love her, as long as there's no tension. This is psychological free time.
Explain that you don't move. You don't move.
I don't move, the producer said. Meaning I don't think of this. I've never allowed, in the last 8 days, this dog to put tension on this leash and pull me. So think of the confusion if she says, I want to go over there now, and she pulls me. If I want to go over there, I'll show you how it's done. I say her name, Twix, heel. Good girl. Actually, I decided to go over here. Good girl. I praise good behavior. I correct this. She knows to sit when I stop, because she's never allowed to do anything else. Okay, girl, good girl. This is great video. Leash collar. If you live in New York City, call us, we'll send you one. If you revert back to the other collar, you're wasting your money.